Mad. She's mad you didn't talk to her. Okay, boys, let's just, yo, Ross, just keep an eye on the camera and stuff. Maybe do 2x if it is necessary. So we have a lot to talk about today, guys. We'll do a quick recap and whatnot. And let's just jump in, boys. Okay, so I saw a lot of good things yesterday. You guys know you're doing a 100 Pro Challenge today? 100 Pro Challenge is a big day. How many approaches you at today so far? 2? So he's at 26 and you're at 2.
10.
You're at 10. See, this is pretty good. This is 10 approaches. You're at 2. How many approaches are you at?
Dude, I literally got up so late.
It's okay. I mean,
0.
fair enough.
0.
So you got to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
You understand? And so you guys got to understand something. You need to finish the 100 Pro Challenge today. Otherwise, I'm done coaching you. Do you understand? If you don't fucking finish 100 approaches by tonight, I'm not going to work with you. I'm just going to kick you off the program. Do you understand? I'm serious. You must finish the 100 Pro Challenge or you're a bitch in my eyes. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I set out a goal, I accomplish it. If I go out and tell people I'm going to do this, I'm going to fucking do it. You know, he told me something really interesting yesterday. You know what he said to me? He said, I'm going to go to bed with a bad bitch in my bed tonight. Where he's like, I'm going to bring a bad bitch home. And look, technically you did, right? Do you understand the power?
I literally did the visualization as soon as I left the apartment.
It's funny.
I didn't walk to the elevator until I was like certain that I'm going to bring a bad bitch.
Buddy, fucking the laws of the
mind.
universe work in your favor when you truly have self-belief in yourself. Like reality shifts, like ripple effects in the Matrix, and all of a sudden things change. You know what I'm saying?
Is effective, bro.
It's fucking trippy, dude. It's the power of self-belief, self-visual. Like you saw it, right? You heard him say that.
I heard him say, I was with him when he got your text, and he's like, I fucking manifested.
I manifested this. Ah! But do you understand? So say it. I'm gonna approach 100 girls before I go home tonight.
I'm going to approach 100 fucking girls before tonight.
Approach 100 fucking girls.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna approach 100 girls. I'm gonna approach 100 girls.
Now look, if you say hi to a girl and she tells you to fuck off, does it count as approach? It counts. If I walk up to a girl, I'm like, hi, and she ignores me, does that count as an approach? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it does.
It does?
Yes. If I walk up to a girl and I say hi and she ignores me, walks away, still counts as an approach. If I walk up to a girl and say hi, she doesn't hear me, still counts as an approach. If I walk up to a group of 3 girls and I say hi, does that count as 1 approach or 3 approaches?
1.
It counts as 1 approach. Do you guys understand? Okay.
So those are the rules. I was curious about the rules.
You do not have to hook the interaction for it to count as an approach. Does not need to hook. Okay? The interaction does not need to hook. Okay? You do not need to hook the interaction for it to count as an approach. Right? There's bonus points if you hook it. Bonus points if you get your dick sucked. Bonus points if you take her home and put it in her butt. Okay?
Yeah.
But if you put it in her butt, it counts as 2 approaches.
I was like, that's extra.
Can you imagine you're at 92, go home with a girl, fail the challenge? Right? Just like,
Oh, okay. So that is one of the rules of the 100 Pro Challenge. If you pull a bad bitch home and get your dick sucked, you do not have to finish the 100 Pro Challenge. Okay? So if you pull a chick and you have sex with her, okay, you do not have to finish the 100 Pro Challenge. It is the only rule. On one of the last boot camps we were doing, right, I was on approach 46. And I was like, God, I'm so tired. I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to pull. And I just like chatted with some random ass chick. And she was just down. I took her home. And me and Charles actually ended up both fucking her. Like, I fucked her, and then I walked to the room, like, yo, Charles, your turn. Like, we didn't want to fuck her. I think she's annoying. We actually became friends with the girl after. She's actually a model, but she's just, like, one of these, like, liberal black chicks. And, like, she's just super annoying. Like, we're bringing her on the boat, and she's, like, yapping about my content, how it's offensive. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? She's a nice person, but I didn't think she was that cute. Like, she was definitely cute. Probably most of you guys were doing it, but, like, I just didn't feel like doing it. I just didn't want to do the 100 Pro Challenge. I just didn't want to finish the 100 Pro Challenge. I was too tired. That's the only rule. You need to take a girl home and fuck her in order to not complete the 100 Pro Challenge. And just for the sake of your learning, you should finish the 100 Pro Challenge. Why? Because if you finish the 100 Pro Challenge, your life changes forever. Do you understand? If you do 100 approaches in a day, you will never have approach anxiety again for the rest of your life, right? You will have reference experience of, I can do this no matter what. And you will also realize that all these things that you think were a big challenge in your head were not that difficult. It's funny, I was in the shower today. I have a lot of like random like shower thoughts. You guys know what shower thoughts are? Just random intrusive thoughts pop in your head, and you have these like different epiphanies and whatnot.
just a quick question.
Wait, hold that thought, bro. I'm in the middle of fucking speech, bro. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Quick question! Bro, I'm talking to you about like my fucking dog getting hit by a car. But, oh, bro, quick question about, you know what I mean? So I was having this random thought, right? And I was already thinking, I'm like, man, there's certain things in life that are just easier, you know? There's certain things in life, like you could just be like a brokey living in a city like Toronto. Toronto's an expensive city. Do you guys notice that? It ain't a cheap city, okay? It's just easier to become a millionaire. Like, it's not easy to become a millionaire, but it's easier than staying fucking broke. You understand? Like, that was like my rationalization. Or like the biggest reason I went really hard in business, honestly, was to spite all my exes. I was like, fuck you, stupid bitches. Like, fuck you, Laura, for cheating on me with some guy named Jono. Fuck you, Araya, for fucking Tristan. Fuck you, this girl, fuck you, that girl, fuck all you hoes. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? But that was easier than dealing with the shame of like, man, my bitch left me for another guy. You know what I'm saying? Some things in life are just easier, right? It's easier to become a massive fuckboy than just sit there and take the L of like, your girl getting pumped by another dude, some dude took your fucking girl, and now you're just that guy. You're the guy who's, like, I was thinking about, you know, fucking Sierra's boyfriend. You know, I want to post a story being like, man, like, I want to post an Instagram story and be like, man, Sierra, she got some good ass coochie. I just got to thank her ex-boyfriend. You know, the only reason I fucked her is because her ex-boyfriend brought a tranny to my birthday party last year. And like, so fuck that guy. And, you know, so I had to fuck his girlfriend. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of things in life that I just find are like easier. You know what I mean? And let me ask you this. Is it easier to sit there and be the guy that gets no pussy? Or is it easier to be the guy that goes out and gets a ton of pussy? Like, what is an easier life?
I feel like sitting at home would be, but it's not more fulfilling.
It's actually easier to be the guy that gets a lot of pussy. It's hard to become the guy that does that though. Because the journey, the transformation you have to go through in order to be that guy, okay?
But once you're there, it's easy.
Once you're there, it's very fucking easy.
Stay there.
Once you're there, it's extremely fucking easy, bro. If I sit at home without pussy, I start feeling like things are wrong. I start having like suicidal thoughts. I'm like, oh my god, there's no women here. I better kill myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, say again? Yeah, like it's like withdrawal symptoms, bro. Literally, dude. No, like seriously. If I don't have women around, I'm like, there's something wrong here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? If I'm sitting around for too long and money doesn't hit my account, I'm like, there's something wrong here. I'm sure Rowan gets that too, right? I don't know if you get that. Like if I'm sitting around and like new money doesn't hit my bank account, right? Or my net worth isn't increasing, I'm like, there's something wrong here. You understand what I'm saying?
I need to keep track of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I went to the gym last night at 4 a.m. It felt wrong to not do that. Like I had to go to the gym and I smashed a crazy intense workout. You understand? Because I've gotten in the habit of doing that. Does it make sense, guys? So it might feel difficult now before you finish the 100 Pro Challenge to do these things and to be that guy. Do you understand? But after you finish the 100 Pro Challenge, it'll feel very normal to be that guy. It'll feel very normal to go out and approach beautiful women. It'll feel very normal to bring bad bitches home and fuck them for an hour until your dick hurts and you can't sleep properly. You know what I'm saying? It'll feel very normal to have an abundance of excess of women. Okay? Now the best part is you approach beautiful women today. You can invite them to the dinner party. Free dinner at 8 o'clock p.m. at Cassius on King. Isabel's for 10:30 or 11, right? Free entries till midnight actually. So we can just bring girls in till midnight. That you can fucking, it helps me pump up my numbers. It makes us look good, right? Because the club, like I literally signed a contract with a club owner just for this boot camp so we can have access to Isabel's. Make sense?
So what was the name of the dinner place tonight?
Cassius. It's all gonna be in the group chat. Don't worry. Well, you guys will have my location and whatnot. It's down the street from me. It's really close. Okay? Does it make sense? And at the end of the night, once you finish your 100 Pro Challenge, we can do an after party here. You guys can bring all the girls from the club. You can bring girls off the street, bring girls off Cold Approach, back to the penthouse, and we can do a big after party. Would you guys believe that Thursdays is my orgy day? Would you guys believe that? Because usually, like, you know, Sunday's for Jesus, right? Mondays for, like, work, go to the gym, whatnot. You know, Monday, Tuesday, we're, like, just fucking chilling, go boating, you know. Like, typically on a Wednesday this summer, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm on a yacht. You know, having a threesome on the yacht, whatever. You know, like, with my main girl and Sierra, or, like, whatever fucking chick wants to join, right? And then, you know, at some point in the week, I'm like, probably should get some business done or some work done, do some accounting, do this, do that. Tuesday, we send the invoices. And then Wednesday, we just like plan for the weekend. And then Thursday, we do the dinner parties on autopilot. We just show up, 30 bad bitches in the table. We have dinner, free drinks. Then I'll take them to the club after. Bottles there, pop bottles and shit. And I'm like, fuck, I'm bored. I don't know, it's like 1:30 to 1 a.m. Hey girls, you guys want to go to the after party? Throw 10 bitches in Uber, bring the girls back here. They all start twerking, listen to Sexy Red, taking shots. Just me and like 8 to 10 girls. End up fucking 3-4 of them. I mean, that's been my average Thursday night for like the last 2 months, okay? Do you understand? So we can have an after party tonight if you guys want. Let me ask you a question. Does the after party happen by itself? What happens if you bring 0 girls, you bring 0 girls, you bring 0 girls, you bring 0 girls, and I bring 5 girls? What happens? You guys are all hitting on my girls, and I'm getting annoyed because I'm like, fuck you, right? And you guys don't get any pussy, and I'll fuck 2 of the girls, okay? What happens if you bring 5 girls, you bring 8 girls, you bring 6 girls, you bring 12 women, because there's a big birthday group, and I bring 7 bad bitches that are all bisexual and love brown dudes. And then Ross brought 8 girls, and Charles brought 5 girls. What happens? We all got our dick sucked. We swapped these chicks like Pokemon cards because I like that girl that you're with. You like the girl's friend that I'm with, right? He likes the girl he's with, so he fucks her. You like the girl you're with, so you fuck her, right? Your dick hurts from last night, so you're like, you know what? Just give me a hand job, right? And Ross eats a girl's pussy in the staircase and doesn't fuck her because he's worried about spreading STDs. You understand? Oh, I'm joking, but this is how our average weekend is. You understand? This is how our typical weekend is. Does that make sense? We swap these bitches like Pokemon cards. We always have a good ratio of girls to guys. Now, what happens if you're a dude and you show up to an event or a party without alcohol or women? What happens?
They don't let you in.
They don't let you in. Did you guys get my broadcast text to the birthday party thing like 10 minutes ago? 15 minutes ago? Did you guys get a text from Partyful?
Yeah.
You guys are on the list, right? Did you guys see what the text said?
No.
For some reason, it didn't show the text. Usually it shows the actual text.
On the Partyful app?
It should have sent a text message to your text, to your phone. Whatever number you registered on Partyful.
Yeah, it's like you send by text.
I just got the link. That's it.
Yeah, it's weird. But I say, guys, bring alcohol. Girls, bring your baddies. You understand? Women are expected to show up with other beautiful women. Men are expected to show up with liquor and women. You understand? What happens if a dude shows up to my party without chicks? I tell him to get the fuck out of there. Unless he's a friend of mine, I know him. If a random motherfucker shows up to my parties without girls, goodbye. Now, I've had random dudes show up to my parties, but he's like 4 bad bitches. I'm like, damn. Last week, I cold approached a chick who's with a guy, and I brought them in the club. I cold approached this blonde girl named Maria, okay? She's with a dude, and the guy's like, yo, you're drunk Justin. I was like, I got free entry for you guys, including you, bro. Don't worry, here's a ticket, and you're going to the club, right? Why? Because I liked the girl he was with. You understand? He didn't even know her. He just met her. His girlfriend met her on Bumble BFF. I think he was like trying to have a threesome with her or something. And the guy knew me, so he was like being really friendly with me. He knew me on my social media. I brought him to the club. Like, I ignored the guy. I was hitting on the girl. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, so you need to bring women to have access to venues, whether it's a club, whether it's a party, whether it's someone's event. What happens if you show up to a buddy's birthday party, you're with 4 bad bitches, 5 bad bitches? Who has the most status in that room? What happens if you show up with 8 dudes? You just look like a fucking loser, dude, right? I'll tell you this, right? How do you perceive a man if he walks in the room in a suit like that, looking like this dude, right? Rowan, love you, bro. You look very average right now. What happens if this motherfucker walks in a room right now with 2 blonde girls on each side of him? How is he perceived? As a man. How do you think these club owners see me when I walk in with like 100 chicks a night? Seriously. I'm like half their age, and they're just like, what the fuck? Do you understand that? They like want to be my friend. They would just want to give me free shit. Do you understand that? Does that make sense? You see a brown dude, right? Walk in with a big beard, long scruffy hair, bad grooming, right? Average clothing. Like, no offense, guys. If you guys were dressed like Rowan right now, right? And maybe you weren't like groomed properly, because your haircuts look fucking amazing. By the way, how much did the barber charge you? I'm just curious. 'Cause I don't.
110, something like that.
Okay, cool. It was like tax and shit. It's not bad. Yeah, okay, cool. I didn't know, because I asked him to give you guys a bit of a discount. He charges like $200, but it's not bad. But like he made some decent cash too, though, you know. But you guys look really good. Like your haircut looks really good. You look really clean.
Kind of a bitch.
It's okay. Yeah, no,
Getting upset.
yeah, but it's an identity shift, right? Yeah. Like, bro, especially I noticed that when you guys were shopping, you guys were very resistant. You were really resistant because it's an identity shift. I was explaining to you yesterday. I was like, man, if I wanted to go shopping, I would be having resistance. But in order for you to get the results that you want to have, you need to lean into that resistance. You know what I'm saying? But like you look like, bro, you already looked good, but you look so much cleaner. You look, your face looks cleaner. You look a lot better, dude. But like, plus the suit, But what happens if you're like, let's say you had no grooming and you're dressed very average or like just like street, like just basic shit, right? Without girls. How are you perceived? An average peasant. You're just an average peasant. Versus he's in a suit, rings, watches, jewelry, bracelets. Like, dude, oh, love it. The bracelets. You know what I mean? Throw on some rings there. You know what I'm saying? In the suit. Blonde girl here, blonde girl there. Now how are you perceived?
Much higher value.
Has anything really changed? Has anything really changed at all?
Not about you.
Not about you yourself, right? But it just looks better. It just looks that much better. You know what I'm saying? It looks that much better, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it changes your internal state?
Maybe the way you feel about yourself. Dressing well definitely makes you feel better. Hanging out with 2 bad bitches boosts your testosterone, 100%. So what happens when you show up with 5 girls? What happens when you show up with 10 girls? You know what I mean? You're just like, damn. People will literally look at you differently. You'll literally be seen as a different class of a human being, okay? Everyone wants to skip like the social hierarchy. The fastest way to do it, dude, show up with a bottle of liquor. Dude, I show up to a party, I grab one of these Azul bottles, okay? I show up to a party, like let's say I'm going to a bougie-ass event. I'll show up with a bottle of, bro, these bottles are like $300 Canadian anyway, right? They're only 300 Canadian, okay? It ain't even that deep, right? That's like $200 USD. But it's like high-end tequila.
White ones over here?
No, these ones. You know what I mean? But here's the best part, because I already have these bottles. I just have my own house. I just fill it with Jose Cuervo. I just like get the cheap tequila, the $50 bottle of tequila, fill it up, right? And like it doesn't even matter. It's just like it's perceived value. So what happens if you walk in a room, bottle of Azul, bitch here, bitch there. Like, I went to my boy's birthday party, right? My best friend's birthday party, right? His family's there. He's like a really well-known fucking dude in Toronto. He's like a socialite. He's like a millionaire, right? He's one of my. I actually cold approached him in my college gym in 2014, right? He was in the aviation program. He's wearing like a suit. That's their uniform. They have to wear suits, right? He's actually a pilot. He's been flying since he was 9, right? Rich family, you know, wealthy father, family business worth a ton of money, right? I didn't care about any of that shit. I just wanted a friend because I had no friends. And I overheard him talk about, yo, I pull. I was like, he doesn't pull, I pull. I was like, fuck, I gotta make friends with this guy. I cold approach him like a week later. I was like building a plan. I gotta fucking make friends with this guy. And I invite him to a frat party. You know what I'm saying? Walk up, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Bro, I saw you on the fucking squat rack, good shit, man. I'm like, yo, you should come to this party, man. Get his number. He's like, oh, thanks, bro. What's up? I'm Alfredo, right? So his 30th birthday, I show up with like 4 hot girls, right? I get him a $3,000 birthday present. Understand? I did a speech on stage in front of like 200 people, right? Bitches there, wearing a fucking suit, looking like a G. Show up with a bottle of Azul. Do you understand? What does that do to my social status? I did a funny ass speech. It was hilarious. Made everyone laugh, right? I give him a little gift box. It was a bag wrapped in garbage. It was like literally wrapped in garbage, and I have like an Amazon cardboard box ripped up. It says to Alfredo from Justin, like, and he taped it with duct tape and shit. But then like you open it, it was like a nice like Gucci watch. It was like a nice massage jacket. And I put like I put a signed photo. He opens it. It's a signed photo of me, right? And then a CT scan of my brain. It was just funny. It was like so random. It was like the most. It was fucking hilarious, right? But now, who's in that room? We have the head of ICUs of Toronto, like one of the top doctors in the city here at the party, right? He's like a swinger. We used to have like swinger parties and shit. I'm not kidding. It's pretty insane. Cool dude. We had that dude there. We have like this business owner there. Dude owns a club there. We have all these different like super successful guys there and these super hot chicks. Do you understand? Right? Now, I could just be this influencer guy who's like a piece of shit random dude, like fuckboy young dude at the party. But now I'm like on stage with the host, right? $26,000 party. That's what he spent on the party, right? And now my social value is higher. Does that make sense?
Did you prepare the speech?
Nah, just off the riff, bro. I had no idea. I was nervous as fuck. I was like, holy fuck. Because like, here's the thing, dude. And that's, wait, what?
Did you know him?
What do you mean? He's my best friend. What do you mean?
But like when you went to the birthday, was it like just after you met him, or was like?
No, dude, I've been friends with him for like 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. No, I've been friends with the guy for 12 years.
Got it, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone else is too pussy to fucking do a speech on stage. Like, no one else could do it. And I'm literally his best friend, right? And, you know, the other thing, too, in that social circle, like, there's a lot of people that are judgy. Because they see, like, bro, they've known me for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, like, all the dudes, their girlfriends are like, oh, well, he's a fuckboy, right? But, like, now what can they say? Well, I have the highest fucking social status in that fucking environment. Does that make sense? Does that logic make sense? Isn't that interesting how that works? Right? And so this is how people in the world will perceive you, whether it's in your career, in your job, whatever. And I want you to understand something. All this, the fundamental of this. Do you not see the fundamental of everything I'm teaching here? This crazy level of social dynamics. Networking with millionaires. Becoming friends with club owners, influencers, whoever you want to make friends with. The fundamental is cold approach. Because let me ask a question. Is it difficult for you to go to the liquor store and get a $30 bottle of vodka for some dude's fucking party? That's anybody could do that, right? The discipline of you to remember to do that is difficult. Is it difficult for you to dress up in a fucking suit because you already own the clothes? Is it difficult for you to throw the clothes on?
No.
It's not difficult. Let me ask you a question. Can you day game in this?
Yes.
Of course you fucking can. So let me ask you a question. If he does a cold approach daytime, and you do a cold approach daytime with what you're wearing, who's got a higher perceived value just off the initial aesthetic? Who does? Of course he does, because he's better fucking dressed. Can you ever be overdressed? Yes or no? You cannot ever be overdressed. Can you be underdressed? Absolutely. Right? If you showed up to one of my parties dressed like this, I'd kick you out. You understand? Buddy, if you show up to my party dressed like this, I'd probably kick you out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would. You understand?
I thought you said I didn't need the blazer last night. I needed like more like casual look.
I just want you to look more fuckboy. Do you
Okay.
understand? More
Okay, so, like,
fuckboy.
just leave the buttons like more on.
I just want you to look more fuckboy. This guy looks like a sex god. He looks like a sex god right now.
I look like a piece of shit.
It's good, and I like it. He's like, yeah, I got a big dick, half the buttons undone, chain, the watch. He's like, yeah, I fuck. You know what I mean? That is how, but that's how you should look. Why? Because women want to be with guys that are already fucking, okay? They don't want to be the girl breaking your dry spell. Do you understand? There's this saying, a woman rather share a king than be the wife of a slave. Do you understand? She doesn't want to be with that peasant. Does that make sense to you guys? Yes or no? Does that make sense? Logically?
Yeah.
She'd rather be with a dude who's fucking. Okay? So your job as a man is to communicate as much as you possibly can that you're fucking. Do you understand? So today, 100 Pro Challenge. Okay? We're going to do a quick debrief here. We are going to do quick photos. Remind me before we leave to do photos. It's another reason I want you to be better dressed. Sucks to suck, bro. I post instructions. You guys follow it. I post instructions. You want to change the whole curriculum for you because you couldn't follow fucking instructions? You know what I'm saying? That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're going to do a quick little mini photo shoot real quick. Okay? Whatever. Like maybe you can borrow one of their blazers or something. I don't fucking know. And then we're going to go to the liquor store, get some liquor and like party supplies and prepare this place for an after party tonight. You understand? We'll do an after party tonight. Tomorrow we'll do a massive pre-party. I've already spent thousands of dollars for tomorrow's party, by the way, just so you guys know. I'm not even asking you guys to fucking chip in and shit. Usually on Bootcamp, bro, I just ask students like pitch and whatever. I don't even care. Just help me with the party supplies. Help me get like pizza for the fucking hose, right? Like if you see bitches that are hungry and they're like, I'm hungry, just order pizza. Find the fastest delivery pizza, order that shit. You know what I mean? Help me prepare the place with like cups. Like, are cups expensive? Yes or no? You can get a pack of 50 cups for like $3, right? But if we don't have it, what happens? It's difficult, right? One thing I have is like the bottle toppers. That's great because then you don't need cups. You can just pour shots in girls' mouths and shit. It just saves on fucking trash and stuff, right? But like cups or like we probably need like we definitely need liquor, but like mixers. Now I don't like. You know what? Maybe we need ice too. That's a good idea actually. I always forget ice. See, great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? We need ice. I always forget ice at the parties when girls get upset. They're like, I don't have ice. The drink's warm. You know what I mean? We definitely need mixers. Are sodas expensive? Yes or no? Is it difficult to get soda? No, it's very easy. It costs $1. We go to the grocery store, it's $1 for a bottle of soda, right? What happens if we don't have soda? The girls gotta drink straight fucking alcohol, they get too drunk, it's problematic, right? Half the game is just about having a good setup, bro. Good fashion,
Sorry,
you got bitches
Why do you need soda? Is it just
to make fucking drinks, dude.
Yeah, and like dilute their drinks and stuff.
Yeah, because we don't want girls getting too drunk. Girls don't want to drink straight shots.
Yeah, people want to drink not alcohol if they want another.
That too. Some people maybe don't want to drink. You know what I mean? Some girls will be there, oh, like I'm driving.
Some girls just want like more of a diluted drink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to make it, dude. Like, what the fuck? If you go to a bar, they don't just pour you. Like, you could take tequila shots, or you can make mixers, right? Vodka soda, exactly. The other thing too, we don't want girls getting too drunk at the pre-party, right? Tomorrow, because then they can't get in the club. So we got to be really careful, right? We don't want anyone getting too drunk. Make sense? So you guys are gonna help me set up for the weekend. So we have after parties tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, whenever, and for the rest of the weekend. This is your home. This is not my home. This is your home. Do you understand? You guys can bring girls here. tonight, tomorrow, anytime you want. Okay? The buzz code. You'll have all the instructions later. Okay? From now on, you don't have to be in the lobby. You can just buzz up, let yourself in. Okay? Door will be unlocked. Fucking bring bitches here, whenever. Obviously, outside of coaching hours, right? Like at the after parties, or like what? Like, if you want to pull a bitch, you can pull a bitch here if you want. You pull her to your crib, you pull her here, wherever you want. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool? Fair? Okay? We have a fucking crazy schedule today. We have to do the 100 Pro Challenge, right? We have a dinner party with 30 bad bitches tonight. Okay? We have to do the 100 Pro Challenge. And then we have to host a club tonight. I know you really want to learn this stuff. We got to host a party. It's our first night doing it, okay? I've never, like, I actually used to actually host this club through, like, with other, with, like, friends. Like, I'd partner up with other promoters and stuff. We have our own direct contract now with this venue. You understand? It's my first night doing it. So I need your guys' help to make me fucking look good. You understand? If we each bring 10 bad bitches, they're like, damn, you brought 50 bad bitches. I'm like, no, sir. We have another 50 on the way. We brought 100 bad bitches. It makes us look good, right? Make sense? Okay?
Can you show us how to like set up the Instagram so I can just direct message all the girls?
Yep. Sure, I'll show you guys right now. Ross, can you cut it?